All right, folks, welcome back to Notre Dame Prep as we're just about to get set on the second half of tonight's matchup between your Notre Dame Prep Fighting Irish and the Lutheran Northwest Crusaders. We're currently all knotted up at 26 here at the start of the third quarter. Lead scorer for the Irish is Kalen Sowers with 13 points in the first half. Leading the way in second, Audrey Simon and Regina Carpanese with 4 apiece, and Tessa Bordonia with 3 on the other side. Charlotte Gramzow with 13. Addison Troska with 7, and Kira Spies with 8 as that one taken away by Sowers. Sowers takes her time, now spins away from pressure, sweeps that across the top, works in, and that one knocked away by Spies. Spies up ahead to McCaviage. Now back to Larson, over to McCaviage. McCaviage out across half court. There's a 3 from Troska. That one off the mark, rebounded by Audrey Simon. One of 2 seniors on this NDP squad. Fayular getting double teamed, in a little bit of trouble, throws that in. And Sowers puts up a 3 from the near elbow. Nothing but net for Kalen Sowers. Been the leading point scorer all season for the Irish. Nails that 3 as the Irish have come out in a zone. Gonna see if they can force the Crusaders to think a little bit. As Larson, cutting, passes that one out of bounds, but it was tipped by the Irish, so possession will remain with the Crusaders. That one headed all the way up onto the stage, so a little bit of a break there. And that thrown into Gramzow, who hands it off to McCaviage. Now Gramzow on the near elbow. Gramzow, Northwestern having trouble with the zone as that's over to Troska. Into the paint, Spies. Good layup there from Spies, working around Campbell Bordonia. Kalen Sowers with it now, passes that up ahead to Simon. Audrey Simon, pickpocketed by Troska, good trail check there. Troska now backdoor, Gramzow, layup, foul. That foul there on Paula Fayular, that's her first of the day. Tessa Bordonia has 3, Audrey Simon with 2. Campbell Bordonia, Addison Kashuba, and Kalen Sowers with 1. First free throw from Gramzow, bricks out. Second free throw now for Charlotte Gramzow. That one through. Knocks us up at 29. Been back and forth all day as Gramzow notches her 14th point, and the Irish turned that one over. Gramzow with it now. Up top for McCaviage. Back to Troska. Now McCaviage with it, over to Larson. McCaviage now works underneath, working on Sowers. Now double team comes. From the free throw line, Larson, that one, not sure how that stayed out as Simon getting hounded, passes that off to Tessa Bordonia. So the Irish really just been struggling in that transition game as there's another turnover. It's McCaviage underneath, throws the underhand, and the layup good there from Gramzow. Again, only 3 point scores, that's up ahead. Simon, layup no good. Larson able to get that rebound.
All right, good set, let's go.
It's now into the paint, and gonna be Irish ball. Foul there on Kira Spies, that's their second of the day. Regina Carpanese checking in for Audrey Simon. But as I was saying, the Irish really have not been struggling in terms of settled defense, as that zone is giving the Crusaders a decent amount of trouble. That's underneath for Fayular with the layup. Paula Fayular getting some points on the board, first of the day for the junior. So it's over to Tosca. Now up top, Gramzow. Back to Tosca on the far elbow. And now McCaviage, mid-range, bricks out. Fayular with the rebound, now falls on it, and Great timeout called there by head coach Matt Matuza. Getting the junior Palathe-Ular out of trouble there.
Not just a pretty face.
It's a good timeout. Back to what I was saying. The Irish, in settled defense, they came out in a zone to start the second half, and it's been working really, really well. Most of those points coming for the Crusaders on turnovers in the breakout and then cashing in on a fast break or an odd man opportunity. The Irish have been able to minimize those backdoor cuts. And when it really comes down to it, they're playing some solid defense in the paint as well. So if they can continue to score points like they have been and try to minimize the turnovers, they're in for a pretty good second half. So Tessa Bordonia going to throw it in from the Irish end line. With just under 5 minutes. That's thrown in to Sowers. Now looking over for Thay-Ular. And that one behind Thay-Ular out of bounds. Another turnover for the Irish on the breakout. Gramzow throws that into McCaviage. McCaviage up top. Over to Troska. Troska nearly out of bounds. And able to off balance. Falling backwards, throw that off of Sowers and out of bounds. So retaining possession are the Crusaders. That's thrown into McCaviage. Back to Toska. McCaviage now. Gramzow looking back door, taken away by Carpanese, who's then pickpocketed, sent out to Gramzow. Up top, McCaviage. Over to Larson on the far elbow, into the paint. Spies. First layup won't go. And one. Foul there on Campbell Bordonia. First free throw, or the only free throw, no good. Rebound is loose, rebounded by Gramzow. Misses that, and a foul called. Gonna be on Charlotte. Gramzow up to 2 fouls on the day. 4:21 left. I'm not sure. Oh, I didn't stop the clock. That's how. Over to Sowers. Sowers out across half court. Weaves her way. Now back door. Bordonia. Layup is good. Knotting us up at 33 apiece. It's McCaviage up top. Over to Troska. Back to McCaviage on the far elbow. McCaviage looking for options. Slips that all the way over to Troska. Into the paint. Regina Carpanese working on Spies. And a foul called. First of the day for Carpanese. 3:50 left. McCaviage going to throw in underneath the Irish basket. Looking and now sends that far side. Far corner three from Gramzow off the rim. Thay-Ular with the rebound. Now loses it. And taken away by Troska. Troska works in. Layup is no good. Rebound is loose. Spies has it. First one doesn't go. And a foul called. That foul on Tessa Bordonia. That's her fourth of the day. Now in a little bit of foul trouble. Two free throws. First free throw, no good. As that second free throw goes through. Bordonia getting hounded, and a foul called. Foul called there on 12, Troska. The press back in effect. And giving the Irish a little bit of trouble as Carpanese over to Sowers. Sowers sweeps up top and hands it. Three from Bordonia. Backboard and in. Tessa Bordonia knocks down that three. It's over to Gramzow. Pumps. Works in. Layup way off the mark. Sowers knocks that out of bounds. Possession retaining. So Tessa Bordonia going to check out with 4 fouls. As McCaviage going to throw in once again. Throws it all the way to the far side. Troska works in. Runs through Simon. And one. Oh, foul there on Regina Carpanese, who's leaking. Got caught up high.
34 check.
So Regina Carpanese heads off her Nella Kaminskis with a battle wound. 3:03 left here in the third. Knotted up at 36. One free throw here for Spies on the N1. A free throw up. Hits the rim. Rebound loose. Taken by the Irish. Sowers weaves their way around. Now over to Simon. Simon, three ball. Bricks out. Rebound is loose. And a foul called. That foul called on Fayular. So free throws here for Charlotte Gramzow. 36-36 the score. Lutheran Northwest now in the bonus. In a tight game. This whole time JV was a matter of inches, as that first one is through for Gramzow. Now up to 17 points. Second free throw is through as well. Nella Kaminska is going to throw this in for the Irish. Fayular over to Sowers. Sowers gets a pick. Sweeping out across. Now steps back. In trouble. Over to Fayular despite the tip. Now a three from Sowers. That one no good. Rebound McCaviage. 3-on-1 for the Crusaders. Sowers with a nice block there, but the putback good from Troska. Crusaders now leading by 4 as Sowers holds on the near sideline. Looking for Nella Kaminski's another takeaway. That layup off the mark. Troska gets it off the bottom of the rim. Campbell Bordonia now Nella Kaminski's with it. The layup no good again by Troska and a foul. Or jump ball rather. And that jump ball will go to the Irish. Addison Troska now checks out. Brown checks in. Back in the press. Sowers able to beat that press. Works in with speed, working underneath and a foul. Foul there on Abby Larson, her third of the day. Kashuba checking in, takes out. Audrey Simon, Regina Carpanese still leading on the sideline, so she's out for the moment. As Nella Kaminskis throws in. Kaminskis throws into Fayular, who puts up a three. Backboard and out. No good. And McCaviage will slow it down. Irish still trailing by 4. Gramzow works in, underneath. Passes that around. And 3-second violation called. Gonna go back to the Irish. Now, Nella Kaminskis throws into Fayular. Fayular up ahead to Kashuba, who stepped out of bounds. Pass was tipped. Addison Kashuba tried to hold that one in. Just barely stepped out there. McCaviage now. Over to Larson. Larson to Gramzow. Open three. Far elbow. That one is good from McCaviage. That up ahead. Sowers looking to go ahead. Sowers looking to go ahead and hit Campbell Bordonia under the hoop, but that one just out of her reach. So Minute timeout called by head coach Matt Matuzes. Momentum starting to swing as there's a 7-point run for the Crusaders. They now lead at 43-36. So just been some turnovers on the breakout for the Irish, costing them a little bit. They're going to try to see how they can remedy those during this timeout. 30 seconds left in that timeout. Sowers, actually, we're going to double check my math, that my math is correct. Regina Carpanese with 4, Cellular with 2, Tessa Bordonia with 8, Sowers with 16, Audrey Simon with 4, Campbell Bordonia with 2. That does add up to 36. Gramzow with 17, Trosko with 9, McCaviage with 3, and Spies with 12 adds up to 41, so we're missing something. Spies had, no, Spies. All right, so a minute 6 seconds left. Irish looking like they're going to try to press a little bit here. Brown over to McCaviage. McCaviage in the middle to Spies. Now Gramzow. Gramzow. Over to Brown. Underneath, Gramzow open but missed the layup, blocked by Sowers. Sowers goes down in his foul. That foul on Larson, who's now up to 4, so that's 2 players on either team with 4 fouls. Kaylin Sowers at the free throw line. First free throw up and through for Sowers, ends the drought. Lead now down to 6. Second free throw for Sowers. That one up. And that one through as well. Lead now cut down to 5. McCaviage in trouble. Over to Brown. Struggling to beat this press. As Elizabeth Burrell mishandled it. Now Gramzow up top for McCaviage. Back down. Gramzow 3. That one way off the mark. Rebounded by Guma. And pass that off to Sowers. 20 seconds left now. Sowers taking her time. Out across half court. Cuts down low. Puts up a 3. That one no good. Rebounded by Brown. Brown up ahead to McCaviage. McCaviage mid-range is good. And that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. Score, your Notre Dame Prep Fighting Irish 38, Lutheran Northwest 45.
All right, that 50-50 winner is pull out those tickets. First winner is going to be 96.
A minute intermission between the third and fourth as NDP coaches start figuring out who they are going to put in to start this last frame. So again, Augie Villawan with NDP Athletics Broadcasting. Been a back and forth all game. As
Looking for their second ticket, 96-39-57. 96-39-57.
so we do have a winner in the 50-50 raffle. All right, so in to start this fourth, Sowers, Carpanese, Tessa Bordonia, Paula Cellular, and Campbell Bordonia. As McCaviage will handle it to start this fourth quarter. It's underneath to Gramzow in the near corner. Underneath, McCaviage. Swerves around, now up top Gramzow. Gramzow travels. Possession Irish. Carpanese throws that into Fayular. Irish not getting pressed on the breakout anymore, as that's into Bordonia. Bordonia to Carpanese on the far elbow. Back into the paint. Bordonia is fouled. I think that foul is going to be on Spies. It will be. She's up to 3 fouls on the day. So Abby Larson has 4. Charlotte Gramzow has 2. Addison Troska and Kira Spies have 3 as Sowers goes down hard. No foul there. McCabbage now stops. Hands it over to Gramzow. Gramzow up ahead to Spies. Spies to a cutting McCabbage. Back door and in and out of the hands of Elizabeth Burrell. Fayular brings it out across half court. To Carpanese on the far elbow. Back up top for Fayular. Now Bordonia up top. Bordonia works to the right. Over to Carpanese. To Campbell Bordonia underneath. Bordonia back out to her sister Tessa for 3. No good. Burrell has that up to Brown. Brown poked away by Carpanese, regains control of it. On the near elbow. Now up top. McCabbage. Back over to Brown. Brown up top to Burrell. Back over to McCabbage. Into the paint for Spies. Spies dishes that back door. And Scarlett Brown lays it in. Good passing there. Irish trailing by 9. Tessa Bordonia. Works in, passes that out. Fayular 3. No good. And way out of bounds was Scarlett Brown. Irish gonna hold on to that ball. So Campbell Bordonia gets subbed out for Audrey Simon. 6:19 left. Tessa Bordonia to throw it in. Bordonia to Sowers. Back to Bordonia. Tessa Bordonia. One-handed floater rolls in. Tessa Bordonia into the double digits with 10. McCabbage throws that one way deep to Troska. Troska back to McCabbage up top. Back to Troska on the near elbow. Now up top, Burrell. Back to McCabbage. McCabbage. Pass tipped into Troska. Up top for Brown. Brown back to Troska. Turns, pulls up from the free throw line. That one no good. Rebound loose on the ground. And a jump ball. Irish ball. Irish trailing by 7 right now. Get possession there. .544 as that's thrown into Fayular. Fayular getting hounded. That pass knocked away. Brown works in with speed and lays it in on the fast break. It's thrown up ahead to Tessa Bordonia. Fayular. Over to Simon. Back out to Tessa Bordonia. Bordonia to Sowers, who is fouled. Lots of physical play on defense. Sowers been on the receiving end of a lot of it. That foul on Scarlett Brown, who's now up to 3. Irish trail by 9. Sowers at the free throw line. So rather not a shooting foul. Spies checks out for Gramzow. Gramzow with 2 fouls. Bordonia throws that way deep to Sowers. Sowers gets a pick from Fayular, now works in. Double team comes, that one taken away. McCabbage works in and lays it up. Fayular with it now. They've just been face guarding Kaylin Sowers, who now holds at the far elbow. Double team comes and a foul called. Scarlett Brown up to 4. So Larson and Brown with 4 fouls apiece. It's Tessa Bordonia set to throw it in. Thrown into Carpanese. And now Bordonia tried to prevent an over and back as Paige McCabbage lays that in. Up ahead to Bordonia. And we get a stoppage. Kaylin Sowers limping. She's been getting face guarded all game and really just been getting thrown around in the paint, so only so much as Scarlett Brown checks out. Lead scorer for the Irish out now. Tessa Bordonia throws it into the corner. Carpanese three. Nothing but net. Regina Carpanese ignites the gym with a corner three. McCabbage throws that up ahead to Troska. Layup is good. Kashuba has that one poked away. And that one out of bounds. Off of Northwestern. Bordonia throws that into Kashuba. 4 minutes left. Tessa Bordonia working. Looking to throw that in. Nobody home. Irish starting to get desperate now. (43-55) the score. Irish down by 12. Stroska throws that back door to Larson. Larson misses the first layup and foul. Foul there on Thayular, her third.
Score off all timeout. I'll try anything.
First free throw. Rattles out. Second free throw is good. Carpanese up ahead. Passes that over to Simon, taken away by McCabbage, who sends that up ahead to Troska. Troska underneath. Layup no good. Rebound loose. And stepping out of bounds. Irish ball. Is that thrown in? Troska. Evident, despite, really just ramming into Thayular, no foul called. And that's 4 fouls for Thayular. So Troska here at the free throw line. First free throw is up and through. 3-point play. Kashuba got knocked down there. Thayular holds. 3 from Bordonia, rattles out. Rebound is loose, and a foul. As Abby Larson fouls out, so she is done for the day. Kashuba to Bordonia, who pulls up from the free throw line and banks that in. Timeout called. So full timeout called. Irish now in the bonus, trailing 45-59. So, looking bleak for the Irish right now. Trail by 14 with 2 minutes. I forgot to stop the timer. Kaylin Sowers is getting iced up on the sidelines right now. Really hoping that it's not something serious.
Let's go. Another on 3. 1, 2, 3.
So at the end of that timeout, Irish. That's thrown in. Irish trying to trap here. As something called foul on Spees, who's up to 4 on the day. Sayular to Nella Kaminskis into the paint and back out for Sayular. Carpanese, who puts up a 3. Rebound loose. Kept in, but taken by Spees. Now up ahead, Troska lays that in. 45-61 the score now. That one through the hands and taken by Gramzow. Puts the brakes on and passes that over to McCabbage. And a foul call. Foul there on Audrey Simon, third of the day.
40-41.
So a bunch of subs coming in for the Irish. As McCabbage throws it in underneath, Spees with the layup. Mia Stewart brings that across half court. Sweeps towards the right side. Underneath. And a foul called. Foul on Spees, who is now out of the game. That's 2 players that have fouled out. So Kira Spees fouls out. McGing, first free throw, no good. Second free throw here for McGing, 2:12 remaining. That free throw up, and no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Off of the Irish, I guess? Okay. Brown getting hounded here. Running out of room, double team. Now getting around. Loses handle of it. Taken by Natalie Baker, and now over to Kendall Wargo. Up top, back to Wargo, who puts up a 3. No good. Rebounded by Brown. That layup is no good. And a jump ball. Scarlett Brown to throw it in here underneath the basket. She does. Throws that into Megan Halstead, who puts up a long 2. Air balls. Izzy Kaminskis up ahead to Stewart. Stewart. Spinning. Looking for Kaminskis. Now taken by Wargo. And a foul called on Kaminskis. Izzy Kaminskis. That one thrown into Halstead. See, I don't have a number on 30. Apologies. Brown. Cutting in. Floater. Off the rim, rebounded by the Irish. Sent up ahead to Mia Stewart. Stewart, the junior. Dishes that over to Josie Simon. McGank. Step back. Off the rim and through. Now the Irish trying to force as Brown spins away. Looking like they're just going to kill the clock here. That's passed down. Back to Brown, who puts up a 3. No good. Rebounded by Josie Simon. And passed over to Amelia Stewart. Stewart gets a pick to Izzy Kaminskas. Back down to Stewart. Stewart to Greta McMahon, who loses that one. And now up ahead to Burrell. Back to Scarlett Brown, 20 seconds now. And that one taken away by the Irish, pickpocketed by Amelia Stewart. Passed over to Izzy Kaminskas. Loses the handle over to Josie Simon, puts up that from the free throw line and hits it. That's going to take us to the end of tonight's game. The Irish falling tonight 49-63. Augie Villowan with NDP Athletics Broadcasting. We're going to see if we can get rights to broadcast some of the playoff games for this team as they make a run into the postseason. And thank you so much for tuning in. Everybody have a safe drive home and enjoy